Hello everyone and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. So, we have just got done creating our character here, so let's hit the done button. See where this goes. I have not played past this part. New quest, the Gilded Veil. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods toward a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
So this is in reference, in case you missed the first episode, you passed character creation. The setup is, we had to stop the caravan because our character became very sick.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Let's see, Adema looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell, who carries an old sun-bleached bow. Alright, Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these
They
berries?
grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Your character's attributes, skills, class, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. Who did build the ruins? Sure.
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
I'm going to assume they say yes.
Not if you hurry about your business.
Or that.
And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather?
This time of year? Rain, mostly. And wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here, time to time. Locals call it a beawick. Born out of the ether. The spirit's path. Never seen it myself. Never cared to.
Okay, and what are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Huh.
The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
Guess I'll, go find those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
I like her.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
You cast a sidelong glance at her. Okay.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, be a whack. Alright, a moment to respite. Collect some spring berries. So we have control of both of us. Okay, cool. So here you can see the endurance that we have and the overall health, which is pretty awesome. And looks like you're already injured. Your party always consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the caravan is camped outside the Glenfathan ruins, Adema has assigned Kaliska to help you. Kaliska is a fighter, a class that excels at close quarters defense. Use her abilities to complement your own. She looked more of like a barbarian to me. To select a party member, click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press the number button that corresponds to their position in the party. Okay. Click and hold anywhere and drag. Okay. To move selected characters, click anywhere on the screen. Okay. When multiple party members are selected, the action bar is hidden. To see individuals, select only that character. This is pretty common sense stuff if you played these games before.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Yeah. Where's this Aiden? Or Hedwin?
As you wish.
You must be... Yep. Alright.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant, Heodin, has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale.
Well?
You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale, if you'd like to take a look.
I like that attention to detail. You know, the writing so far seems to be pretty good. You know, in the 5 minutes I've played this game. Let's see what you've got. You have a battle axe. Awesome. What do we have? Grants Gon's Pledge. This item grants the ability to shield the wearer from a myriad perils that plague the world of Eora. An aspect of the gods Eothes, Gon represents the harvest of old age, symbolized here by the many interlocking sickles that form the ring. Oh, yeah, they do, don't they? That's pretty cool. As Gon helps protect the dignity of... Oh, I missed that message, whatever that was. Of old age, so too do his followers pledge to prevent young lives from being harvested before their time. That's equipped? Maybe? What is this? A piglet! This tiny titanic pig has an otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with its enduring behavior. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return save companionship. Wait, what? I just have like a pig? Really? Well, she already has weapons. I'm a monk, so I don't need weapons. I only have 100 gold. So... No? Oh, cool. Wow, she has a might of 17. Con of 14. Perception. Damage reduction. Sorry about the dog barking in the background. Huh. Here we go. Character screen. Okay. So you have a battle axe and a torch. Huh. A torch is a weapon, eh? Weapon sets, quick items. Crafting is in this game. There we go. Now, oh. Come on. Now it's equipped. So this I got because I pre-ordered the game, I believe.
As you wish.
Oh my god! There it is. That little piglet?
What is it?
I like to think that my character never acknowledges the piglet. And, like, everyone can see it, but he acts like it isn't there. And it freaks everybody out. They're like, dude, you got this, like, phantasm pig following you. He's like, what? What are you talking about? Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to and what's left to explore. Area map, huh? Fast mode active. Half speed. Oh, cool. Hello. Who are you?
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Gotcha. Okay. Stronghold. We don't own a stronghold yet. That sounds pretty cool. Alright, so we need to get the berries. Collect some spring berries to concoct a remedy. Journey to the Gilded Vale. I'm just kind of getting familiar with all these windows. As you should probably do. Ah, stash. Broken down into categories. Cool. Very cool. Character sheet. C. Yep. Yep. Abilities. Cool. Oh, here we go. Restores a moderate amount of endurance to the wearer each time it is used. Excuse me. Huh. Alright. Okay. This scroll speed is kind of not fast enough. Combat time. Game. Scroll speed. Let's try 3. Save. That's better. Are these the berries? Burned Lady was added to the stash. Despite their humble appearance, these small brown mushrooms are prized for their taste. Their caps are round and distinctly shaped with small... Maybe that goes into crafting, or we can sell them later. But that's not what we were looking for. Come, Piglet.
Let's check by those outcrops.
Ah! Okay, so I have this set so that the game pauses when combat starts.
Well?
Automatically. So we're going to engage.
What you need?
I guess just... There we go.
Province.
Pillars of Eternity combat uses a pausable real-time system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it is a good idea to pause the game, issue orders. Yep. I've played with systems like this before. So our endurance is represented here either by the portrait or above the character with these little green pips.
Take care of it.
This is injured. Has defenses of 27. All characters in the game, friend or foe, have 4 primary defenses against attacks: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on the character's attribute levels, items, and other effects. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made. If accuracy is below the targeted defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll, and it is more likely to result in a miss. If it's above, it is more likely to resolve in a crit. Oh boy. All attacks that do damage have to overcome the damage reduction of an enemy. Okay. Let's see. Reduces it down to at least a minimum percentage. If you are having difficulty hurting an enemy, try switching to a weapon or attack that does a different damage type. Most enemies are strong against 1 or 2 damage types and weak against a similar number.
Bring them down!
Oh, it gets smacked in the face with fire.
Yes, I'll
How
take
do
care of it.
There we go. Cool.
Yes, as you wish.
This is it.
Drifter. You're kind of a mystery to the rest of the caravan. Just some kind of wonder the way I hear it. Do we want to be an orphan? Or do we want to have people looking for us? I think I want to have people looking for us. You have to be when people are looking for you. Yeah? How is it you happen to come here? They think I have something that belongs to them, something they're pretty intent on getting back. Across dangerous people. I couldn't stick around. You do what you can to survive. What else can someone be expected to do? She breathes in her surroundings. It's been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Radrick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot? I hadn't given it much thought. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. So you must have some other plan in mind for coming this way? I hope to meet someone I'm fallen in love. I'm going to find some new friends. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. I'd like to find some new friends, a new crowd. That may not be a bad idea. Surviving out here, sometimes it's less about what you know and more about who. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Aldama will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Well, hold on, Kaliska. You asked me questions. Let me ask you. Why are you here? She sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Icewind Dale. But I'll do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here and we'll see. Aldama I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. I'm trying to think how our character, would he ask about herself? Maybe why you are here, but I don't know if he'd ask about her like that. What can you tell me about Direwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire, broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. I'm curious about her character, but I'm trying to roleplay here. I don't think I would ask this. At least not yet. Let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfell's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you your water. Okay. Can we move with... Oh, weird, you move with the arrow keys. Can I change that? Sure, I would rather have the camera... Oops, camera left. Wait, camera right. Camera down. I don't know, I always like to move the camera with these controls. But I guess we just kind of... That's fine, whatever. Save changes. That's much better. Alright, so he was down here. Ah, I can hear the sound of rushing water. I like that it has a fast mode. Ah, the scouting mode.
Stay quiet.
Fast mode scouting is kind of like normal moving. That's pretty cool.
They won't see me coming.
No, they won't. They may see that pig, though. Scouting mode is used both for stealth and for finding hidden objects, like traps and secret containers. While scouting, your character's selection circles will start to fill with yellow when a character is starting to detect them. Once the circle fills yellow, the character is suspicious and will move to investigate while the circle fills red. If the circle becomes fully red, your characters will be discovered. Okay, a character's ability to find hidden objects is based on his or her mechanic skill. A higher mechanic skill allows them to find objects at greater distances. Moving towards a character accelerates how quickly they will detect you. If you actually touch the selection circle of the character with your own, you will immediately be detected. So this deer is in the process of detecting us. No, I wanted to kill you and eat you. No, I mean, I just wanted to be your friend. Ooh. Travelers maybe are looters or bandits. Bad sign any way you figure it. Let's click on this. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from it in a putrid waves. A dark, crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. Hello. Recovery speed 30%. Damage reduction 6, slashing 9, corrosion of 3, damage resistance. Compare to mine. Oh, that's handy. So you have a damage... oh, that's for Kaliska. So, recovery speed. Recovery is the amount of time that a character spends between actions. Longer actions result in proportionately larger or longer recovery. Armor also has a large effect on recovery. Generally, heavier armor inflicts longer recovery penalties. So in this game, your casters can wear heavy armor, but they are going to have a high recovery speed, it looks like. Enchant. Let's put this in the stash. Or give it to you. Compare your armor. My armor is damage resistance 5, has piercing 6, free 6, corrode 3, recovery speed 25%. How do I take it? Double click. Okay, there we go. And that's the bottom of the map. It's just funny how fast they move. Oh, you know what? Let's check out the big head mode real quick. Oh, shit. Which I think is just silly. Oh, yeah. Even the pigs got the big head. Oh, my God. Oh, this game's great. It's like bringing me back to, what's that basketball game? What is that basketball game in the early 90s? NBA Jam, right? That's funny.
Barful went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
Whoa. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kaliska waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfell. One of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait, a spastic wobble in his ordinarily deft stride as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparful? Are you alright?
Oh! That's pretty cool with the sound effects to this animation or whatever. Sparful's toe catches on a rock and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Oh, dang, Sparful.
Ambush!
Okay. Pig, go get him.
What you need?
Let's, I guess, combine. Attack this guy too. No, attack. There we go. Wow, that was quick. Alright, so 2 per rest. Weapon sets. Dang! You scored a crit? A crit is a better result than a hit, and they are more likely to occur when the attack's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that do damage will do more damage on crit. Attacks that inflict status effects or afflictions will have increased duration on a crit. Grazes are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage and effect durations. My gosh, that person exploded.
Camp.
As you wish. Yes.
Alright, let's go back to camp. Ah. Okay, so they're gonna cut us off. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your character complain about it when it happens. Take heed, note the damage type that's being blocked, and switch to a weapon or spell that gives difference. Can we do...
What is it?
Oh, we can't do that yet.
Shit.
There it is. Oh! Kicked her in the face! That looks pretty cool. One of your characters has become fatigued. Fatigue represents the physical and psychological wear and tear of demanding activity on the character. It builds up over time as characters travel, explore, and especially when they emerge or engage in combat. Some scripted interactions will also result in fatigue if they are especially grueling. The athletic skill automatically slows the onset of fatigue from any source. It goes through multiple stages, initially inflicting minor penalties but growing in severity over time. Resting is the easiest way to remove the effects of fatigue, though some consumables can also lower it.
Hmm?
Yes?
What you need?
Oh, right, she has knockdown. I should have been using
Yes.
that.
I'll take care of it. Well? Yes.
Wow. You know what? I think I'm gonna unequip Picky. I know. Oh no.
Yes.
Let's go into what's like normal mode? The Glafothan leader. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy on the blood-damp earth. Kaliska puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away the horror, like a poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs as they prepare to add you to the sprawling pile beneath them. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of a man you recognize as Heodin, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. I do not have lore level 1. You will try to kill us either way. Why make it easy? The man gives a slight sideways nod of his head, perhaps acknowledging the astuteness of your response. Disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their dispositions with what is favored by their deity. Yep, well, I don't have to worry about that. Many things may happen. The only one you can be sure of is that if you hold your weapons, I will drain his blood upon the ground. My weapons are my fists. I can't drop them. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Might of 14. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a stronger one yet lives. Rush to the man before he can react. I'm going to rush him. He shoves Heodin towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Heodin's torso. Oh no! Heodin screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. No, Heodin! Oh no, but he's still okay. Kinda. What are you? You like a rogue? Dual wielding? What's your first level rogue? Background are we all drifters? Oh, you're an explorer. What are you good at? Interrupting, action speed, reflex. You have a bruised rib, minus 20 fortitude, minus 2 constitution.
How can I help?
Oh boy. Potion of minor regeneration. Can you use that? Oh, I can't equip in combat. I think that. Well, that's the color of his stuff. Ah, nuts. Shoot.
What you need?
You were supposed to. All right, never mind. So these little lines you see are engaged people. So right now these people are engaged with him. She is engaging this leader. So if they try to leave her engagement zone, she'll get a free attack on them, I believe. What is?
How can I help?
What you need?
Many spells and abilities in Pillars of Eternity have a limited number of uses. An ability that can be used a number of times per encounter will have all of its uses restored. Yeah, I got it. There we go, we got a knockdown on him. Everyone pile on. They're easier to hit when they're knocked down. Yeah!
So much for you.
Gotcha.
Of course.
Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companion is now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. I read that kind of weird. Above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin like a jetty beginning to succumb to the surge of a great wave, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Oh, you're seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bow. Odima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely opened. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Oh man, you're still alive. Training against a gale that threatens to pull you off of your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last... Is this just ripped out of Lord of the Rings, this song? With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Eowyn trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Heoden and topples him upon the rocky ground. Restrained, Heoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant but struggles to break his hold. Without a weapon in your hands, you can do little to help him from where you stand. Oh, I don't have 15 dexterity! No! I'm sorry, Heoden. Wrestling free of the attacker's grip, Heoden lands a blow that sends the assailant reeling, and he makes a mad dash for the ledge upon which you stand. Suddenly, as he reaches for the rock face, his body jerks back and is rigid, as though it were a bow being strung. His shrieks of pain grow panicked, abandoned of all restraint, like someone tethered to a stake and set aflame. A slender wisp of spectral light emerges from his back, rising out of him like smoke before separating itself and disappearing into the ether. All at once the screams stop, and Heoden is dead. So what they're saying is Shang Tsung just performed a fatality and ripped his soul from his body, is what they're saying. There is a deep resonance to the wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Wow. Goodbye, Heoden. I wonder if we could have saved him if I had the 15 dex.
We should be dead. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Okay. An explosive beginning. I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.